So I wanted to welcome of this space. This is 2025, the first My Promise to Self code, and it is now a a new set of concept is the promise circle. So in the promise circle, it is also my promise to self. So it will see what's going to be evolved, but I know that in this, we're looking at the circle, we're sitting in a circle as bringing to the virtual of my promise to self. Hence, the name is called the promise circle. So yeah, so that is what I wanted to share to kick off. So welcome again to Sacred Heart Valley, the promise to self. And this session will be hosted the last week of the weekend. So it's sort of like integrating and calibrating or recalibrating of what we learned from week one and week two, week three. I'm gonna say week one, week two, week three. You know, it's sort of like the beginning of the week, second of the week, and third and fourth, and then that is the whole month. So that is we consciously looking at how we journey our life as a human and also multi-dimensional levels and also incorporate into professional world and also personal, whether that you look like is separate from you or that is combined to one like a whole. So this is for you and me to share, and there is no right or wrong, and also that if there is anything that we can support you, we are here. So jumping straight into this honor code. So with the honor code, which is the first code of my promise to self, as I see it as a virtue, and whether it's a self-leadership or community leaders, we do have this virtue that is holding in within us. It's like an inner compass. So this month, January, February, we talking about honoring. So I do have a question. Is always come with the question is how do we honor ourselves in the human level first?
Yeah, realized that tonight that I've always honored other people,
Mhm.
like always honoring, seeing everyone in their heart and gratitude. And then I was just like, today, like an hour before the connect, I'm like, I forget to honor myself. And I'm like, I never honor myself. And I was just like, it just kind of hit me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to honor myself. And it was just reflecting, like in the most humble way, but it's just reflecting from kind of my life journey so far. And I'm like, wow, like look at all that I have evolved to be as of right now. And I'm like, yeah, damn straight, I'm gonna honor myself. All the healing, all the growth, all the expansion. And yeah, it was like this feeling of like really loving myself. And it felt like the most beautiful feeling, like in feeling like whole. And is like a deeper connection to God, right? Because I've done a lot of, especially a lot of deep healing the last week, and surrounding my fathers, and yeah, so it's just like even though we have our ups and downs, and we might fall at times, but everything has a reason and a purpose to everything. And it's just having compassion for ourselves. And once we're able to pick ourselves up again, it's like, wow, okay, I was able to pick myself up in my own time, in my own way, in my own space. And I think in finding what works for ourselves in our own way as well, and taking like tools and tidbits from others, but we do like have to do the journey ourselves though, like
Mm.
fully, because like no one really knows us than ourselves fully. So it's like, yeah, when we're able to see ourselves, our parts from different shadows, different aspects, and fully love it all and forgiveness, and you're able to feel that transformation, that healing take place in the shift in like quantum light speed. It's like aha moments. And then it's like the boost of confidence, right? Then you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. And then you realize that everyone's kind of like going through the same thing, just in a different way, you know? So you just feel part of the whole, part of the world more, part of, okay, I'm contributing to the world, and my healing is helping others heal, and it just ripples out. So it's like, okay, it does make an impact. And I don't know, it's just really humbling tonight because I was just like up and down all around, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, I know that I'm gonna come through this. Like, I just know it. I just knew in my heart. And I'm like, okay, the time is now. So, yeah, I think just really holding that space for ourselves too. Like, when I mean, we all have time and space for ourselves, but really cherishing those times when you're able to settle, let everything settle, to just be with it and just be like, okay, the time is now. Let's do it. And then, yeah, it's just so profound. It's like this feeling that I had tonight, before the connect. It's like that whole healing and expansion. I wish that for everyone. Like how fast things can shift when you just allow yourself to create that sacred space. And yeah, also having sacred space created for you and for it being held. But I don't know, there's just something different of when you're able just to witness yourself like fully, you know, and all the vulnerability, and just allowing everything to come up and to rise up, and not being fearful. It's like for me, did deep healing tonight, and I looked fear right in the eyes, and it was like, and there was like a mask over this like being, and I'm like, take your mask off. And then it was like wounded, like the being was like wounded, and realized that deep down this being just wanted love, just wanted to be loved. So I just like shone my heart light, and it was just like they just wanted to experience love. I mean, everyone wants to experience love, right? That's like at the core, at the root, and what like love feels like. So I was just like, oh my goodness, I like fully passed. Like I passed with flying colors. Whereas before is like looking fear in the eyes. I I I think I've been avoiding that most of my life. And I'm like, okay, this is coming up again. And I'm just like, no, I'm gonna use my tools and do it right now. Now is the time. And then yeah, so I was just like, okay, I did it. And then could feel the harmonization. And then I was like, okay. And then there was like this deeper sense of clarity, of connection. And I could really feel like God, like the consciousness of God, like everything, all as one, like super close to me in my heart. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel rebirth, like the most beautiful rebirth. And yeah, so it's just, I wish that for everyone, that they can do it, whatever they're going through. Because I mean, we all go through our own personal stuff and things that we don't really even talk about or like share, right? So it's just like my wish for everyone is for them to have the courage to look at everything, all parts of themselves, with loving eyes and a loving heart, and to allow that transformation to take place naturally without forcing it. So I think it was greater understanding of what honor really means tonight. And yeah, I think just honoring Source, God, so much more, and that appreciation for like being created, and then honoring the whole world, as in like the connection, honoring everyone, because in truth, it's just everyone is just love. It's just we've forgotten along the way, and we're not separate from anyone. So it's just bringing everyone together as a whole, as like a community, like hand in hand, heart to heart as one. Yeah, I think it's just this is the most like the deepest week of personal healing I felt, of like deepening of everything, like understanding what deeper compassion means, like expanding the heart, expanding the energy, just having like being in that love frequency. And I could feel myself today, like, and during the week of when there's so much energy around wherever I go, that I would tend to contract. And I know, and I'm like, no, Kyle, keep expanding, expanding, keep expanding your heart, your energy, and having no fear. And it's just like that energy is felt and received from others, whether they're conscious of it or not. And it's like that energy touches them, their heart, without any expectation. And it's just like feeling of I could fully be me, just in the whole expansion. So yeah, it's like a lot of learning and growth and just so proud. It feels like graduation from like all these grades in 1 week. Like each day was a grade, like from like 1 to 7. And it's so funny because this week I met um my teachers from school. And I saw my art teacher today and I'm just like, wow, like things are coming full circle. So it's just like it definitely feels like a graduation. And yeah, I think this is my focus of just helping people, supporting people to know that everything that they need is within. It's just really taking the time to settle, to allow every yourself to be in that safe space. So then you can feel deeper with other people in that heart connection. Yeah, and then you could just share your heart. But it starts with us. And Lillian, we've kind of been on the same wavelength the last week. I mean, we always are, but this last week, it's we're so similar in like what we're going through, what we're dealing with, what we're helping with. And I mean, you being a woman and me being a man, it's healing that balance within ourselves and the world. So, I mean, I think just really realizing our path, the impact that we have on the earth, and yeah, it's not easy, and but it's definitely worth it. And when you get those aha moments after the deep healing, you're like, okay, that was worth it. And it's just keeping that elevation going, the forward momentum. And knowing every time that we heal, it becomes faster and faster and faster. Um, yeah. So like the recovery time is much faster. So it's like, even though I'm going through this, even though I'm feeling this at this very moment, it's okay. It's like it has a purpose, it has a reason, and just accepting it all and not allowing anything to be suppressed. Because it's like, if we allow it to be suppressed, who knows how long that'll take for it to come back around for it to be healed again. So it's like, might as well just heal it now, look at it right in the eyes, in the face, and say, I'm ready. It's just like providing healing for yourself, to others, and the world. So yeah, it's beautiful. And then it just makes you feel like a life worth living, you know? I mean, life is very beautiful, but I think it's just really reminding ourselves not to get caught up in um, society. And I think that's what I really realized today, um, of really trusting the heart, trusting what you receive, not comparing yourself to anyone, not trying to fit into society's beliefs and molding and shaping. Because it's like really connecting to our birthright, like our divine blueprint, our original template. That's what really matters. And the heart and loving your way through it all. Yeah. So it's like the importance of connecting to nature, the importance of exercising, the importance of connecting to your body, and the importance of connecting to loved ones. It's like finding everything in balance, connecting to your health, making sure you're taking care of yourself, you know? Yeah. I think it's just a deeper appreciation for being alive and health and everything that I have and the people in my life and the whole life experience. Yeah. So I think honor is definitely a really special code right now, like a very special experience that I'm just allowing myself to be in the part of and experiencing that with the beautiful energies of honor through all things, through nature, through the earth, through family, friends, lovers, loved ones, through everything. Yeah. And it's like this feeling, like right now, that if, like, I mean, it's, if you could just encapsulate this feeling right now, and just like keep it forever. It's just like holding it within the heart and just reminding the self of how this feels. Yeah, it's truly a gift. Yeah. hmm So I think in reflecting from January, I mean, I was trying to reflect on it, and I'm like, well, everything is so multi-leveled that I'm like, I only can remember bits and pieces of January because it seems so long ago. But I would say it all had the puzzle pieces all had a purpose to realize in this very moment. It all had to like interconnect. And it's almost like manifesting backwards, which been realizing has been my whole life. It's like, yeah, bringing everything to a greater whole, harmony, and yeah, especially with the relationship. And what I realized, like today, was everybody wants a relationship, and it's just realizing that it's not like outside of us. It's like we have to connect within so that we can receive a relationship in the physical. But if we don't do the work, if we don't connect to ourselves, to our heart, to our body, to our vessel, to our being, how can we connect to another? It's just not possible if we want that real, genuine connection because we're not connected to ourselves, right? We're not connected to our sacred body. So how can someone feel that beautiful love if we're not inside our body? It's like grounding into ourselves, allowing ourselves to do the healing work, even as comfortable it might be, even at times where we just want to just scream and be like, I don't want to do this. Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just like calming that voice and being like, you got this. It's okay. Talking to yourself really calmly and respectfully and not allowing ourselves to have a relationship to like fix something or avoid. It's like in a relationship, it doesn't solve everything. It's like we still have to do our part. There's still so much for us to learn. But when we do our part, we're able to connect deeper with our lover, you know? And I think I really realized and saw things from a deeper perspective today that both have to do the work. both have to dive deep. And in a relationship, yeah, you get triggered, and at times you're just like, ah, why? Right? And then it's just like, no, it's like looking deeper and being like, there's a reason. Like, look deeper, go deeper, allow yourself to just surrender to that moment, to the depth. Allow yourself to go to the root. There's always a root cause. And it's not necessary, it's not even about the other person, really. It's really about ourselves and our experiences and even stuff from past lives, which I realized today. So it's just like you don't put any blame, and it's like with a lover, you just holds up the mirror to one another and being like, okay, something within me is getting stirred up, but it's like allowing those waves to come up, and it's a gift and blessing, and it's like your waves rise up to meet each other, and then once it's cleared and healed and harmonized, you're able to come back just with a new sense of purpose, understanding, and that you can fall in love again and again with the same person. It's just like a deeper layer and level. Yeah, yeah. And it all starts with you. Yeah. It's like you first in initiating the healing. And you allow yourself to accept that invitation. And your higher self is gonna guide you to heal, whether you like it or not. So it's just like giving gratitude to your higher self when your higher self goes, hey, hello, I'm tapping you on the shoulder, being like, okay, it's time for healing. Like, we need to do this now. And it's just allowing ourselves to look at ourselves, our highest self in the eyes, and being like, okay, I trust you. Let's do it. And you build that relationship. And how can you build a relationship with someone else if you don't build a relationship with yourself? How can you know someone else if you don't know yourself? You know? So it's just this all like huge realization today. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like a reset that I'm feeling. And it's beautiful. It's just like everything makes sense. I feel like the clearest ever. Yeah. And I think for me, as in what really triggered it was like the anniversary of my father. And I'm like, okay, why am I feeling the same feelings that I felt my whole time during his journey path here on earth. And I'm like, okay, things are coming up for a reason. And I'm just like, okay. And I realized, especially with my creativity, I was creating the exact same thing at the exact same time, like 18 years ago. So it was like coming full circle with so much immense healing. And it just like harmonized it so beautifully and got to the core, the root cause. And then now it's like healing that masculine root. It's like it needed to happen because now it's like able to bring more of a healed, whole, complete state into a relationship, as in like the wounded masculine is healed. So I think realizing to the self of being very patient with yourself because when you choose the path of healing, there's so many layers. Like the layers are like endless, and it's this constant peeling, constant opening, removing the layers, settling, opening again, peeling, settling. Like it's constantly like that. And it's like this ever unfolding limitlessness. But it's like when you're able to really go to the root of the root and really see it for all that the beauty that it is and the treasures that it holds. Oh, that's like jackpot. That's like the juiciness of life, of life. And when you're able to discover it, to see it with all your senses, to feel it, to sense it, to allow yourself to just be vulnerable and no fear. Oh, it's so liberating. Yeah. I feel for once in my life fearless, like fully. And it's like the most beautiful feeling in the world. Yeah. So it's like can fully walk forward with a heart wide open. Yeah. Yeah. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And it's feeling like the safest I ever felt in my body. And it's like it feels safe to live. It feels like safe to be on this earth. Yeah. It's like this whole nervous system, like bliss. Yeah. And when it's like you realize that like no trigger can really like set you off course because when you have that awareness and mindfulness, it's like that invitation to go deeper, being like, okay, it's something that I didn't see or overlooked a little bit. So it's like, it's okay. It's just like holding yourself accountable, having that accountability and checking in with yourself constantly. And in turn, it like builds that trust even deeper. Yeah. And then for me, for all that encompassing, I'm like, that's what peace feels like. That's what love feels like to me. It's like feeling that expansion within and the air around us, like loving you back and like holding you so that when you have a lover that you just like melt into that. And I feel like that's where the deepest healing takes place, is in the calmness and the peace. Yeah, in the present moment. And that's where you're just like able to receive each other, really. But it's just allowing ourselves to get to that state. And that's my other wish for the world, is for people just to slow down so they can feel the love, feel the heart connection, feel what love really feels like, and not to fill voids, trying to fill voids through other things. For people to be so comfortable in their bodies, who they are. Yeah. Getting back to that love frequency, to their original blueprint, without society trying to tell them who they are. It's like letting that go and getting back to their own truth. Yeah. And just want everyone's hearts to be reconnected to themselves, to their body, so that all hearts can be connected together as one. Yeah, but the heart needs a safe home within the body. The heart needs to feel safe so it can be grounded, rooted, and flourish within that the sacred being. Yeah, the sacred heart, the sacred home. And I think understanding now with Sacred Heart Valley, it's that incubator where you just hold your heart for a little while to be nourished, massaged, replenished, for you to realize all your truths in like a sacred space. And everyone's heart is so special, so unique. Each heart has very special gifts and talents, and it just needs to be seen, felt, so it can express and share and connect. Yeah, it's a living consciousness. It's the most powerful frequency in the world is the heart. And in truth, at the core, we are all pure. Nothing can take that away. And with all this understanding tonight, it's like it makes everything all right. Like everything is well, all is well. And if everyone could feel this feeling at this very moment, how much that would just change the world in an instant. So it's just setting that intention that like everyone's heart becomes awakened, that they receive the invitation within their heart to come back home to their heart. That's what's missing in the world. And in turn, when they come back to the heart, it's like a whole world of the heart that they can experience. All the love is there, all the support, all the guidance, all the abundance, all the beautiful experiences, all the connections, all the love making, all the chocolate, all the sweets, the sweetness of life, the healthy pleasures, the romance, yeah, the bliss, the euphoria, yeah, all the flowerings, all the consciousness, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you got it. And I think that's what I've been journeying all these years for, to receive right now. The truth. It's like the day that, the time that marked those questions of me questioning, like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? What's my mission? And it's like, I thank my dad for that because with his passing, it like set so much emotion for me. And if he was still here, I wouldn't have even done all the healing that I have done. So I thank him and love him with all my heart. And I can finally feel that he's finally happy and like set free from this world. Yeah, that he's like flying so high. And he's so proud. It's like, that's my boy. Yeah, the man in becoming the man of the heart, of love. Yeah. And that's like carrying on that legacy, bringing that forth for all of humanity. And if I were to pass away right now, cancel, clear, delete. But this feeling is like feeling like I've accomplished what I came here to do. And that's such a beautiful feeling. Yeah. But it's like now carrying it forward each and every day. This like reminders within the heart, these little winks within the heart of just bringing my heart everywhere, everywhere I go. Yeah. Yeah, the transmission's complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm, it's like a divine appointment. Yeah, it's like divinely orchestrated. I feel like I fully feel like I know me now. I know my energy now. I know my heart, my soul, my spirit, my essence. Yeah. Thank you for holding this space, Lillian. Thank you for receiving. Yeah. And that rock behind you with the face in the rock is like that's the part of your heart. Like as like the masculine of me within your heart, healing your heart. And then your feminine part within my heart is like healing each other. And that's the symbol of that rock. The symbolism, the gift. Yeah. I feel like my path, my purpose now is like to be a speaker. Yeah. Just allowing everything to unfold brand new. Yeah, just in service. Yeah, in service to the heart, with the heart, for the whole world. Because at some point, everyone will receive the right message that they need to hear. And it's never a moment too soon or too late. It's always at the exact moment. And each of us have this gift. You just have to be courageous, have confidence, faith, trusting in our path, our higher calling. And as we awaken more and more within ourselves, it's like others awaken. The world awakens, the earth awakens, because we are that extension of love, of everything, of the earth. Yeah. It's like we're open 24/7. Time for bed. 2 minutes to spare. 1 minute to spare. Do you want to share anything?
Maybe I'll play a song for everybody to listen and receive.
Sure.
Slow down.
So true.
Deep breath. Remember who you are right now. All you can do is to keep walking through. When your heart is feeling heavy and your mind is full of worry, don't forget you've made it this far. You never know what's on its way to you. Never know what's around the corner. The good and bad, times and the best, have brought you right to this moment. Every chance and every fall has shaped you into who you are. So don't worry, just look around. The things will come wherever you're going. You'll know when it is time to turn the page and let go. Highs and lows can come crashing in, but you're strong enough to weather any storm. When your heart is feeling heavy and your mind is full of worry, don't forget you've made it this far. You never know what's on its way to you. Never know what's never know what's on its way to you. Never know what's around the corner. The good and bad times in the past have brought you right to this moment. Every chance and every fall has shaped you into who you are. So don't worry, just look around. Good things will come wherever you're going. Wherever you're going, good things will come. Good things will come wherever you're going. Wherever you're going, good things will come. Good things will come wherever you're going.
Yahoo! Woo! So true. God bless.
I hope that all of you enjoy the song. And I guess that most of the things that I wanted to share that Carl's already shared. And I wanted to share maybe just little things. Let me see what I wanted to share here. Is as I let me have this energy to pass. I know like how you talk about a lot about life experience. So my life experience has formed my inner garden. That are aware that I am the gardener. The pulling the weeds, planting the seed, waiting for the sprout, flowering, enjoying the seasons, and cultivating within. Like you say, we don't honor ourselves much. We only realize that when we have the block, when we have unstable, and when we go within, and then we realize that we have done a lot. And then when we aware of this, aware of a lot of self, and they come into a lot of acceptance, and then they unblock us. So when we honor ourselves, we disconnected of chasing. We also disconnect of seeking. validation, because that pulls us away from self-honoring.
Mhm.
So return back to the heart of self-honoring is to create or recreate that self-compassion for our journey and reframe of how we honor ourselves again and again. We keep reframing every levels, every dimension. And that is the gift. So when we have this gift, we reconnected to all our hearts, to our mind, body, and soul. And that is how we honor our soul, bringing into soulful level. How do we honor our soul? By reconnecting our heart, our soul, our higher self. By honoring self so that we can see in the higher mind and tap into the higher sense of perception, that we're able to hear the heart whispering, oh, the next step. That's the next step. So each step is the honoring step. That each step is the intention. Honoring our intention. Each step that we move forward in the highest and purest frequency, in the most clarity. That is the purpose of the life. That is the honoring ourselves. As you said, Carl, no fear,
Mhm.
because the truth is not involved in the fear. Because that is like a divine self, that knowing that where you hang. Now we talk a lot about relationship as well. Embrace keep on coming up. Embrace for me is also like power honoring of self, love, abundance, body as one. And I've written here, honoring the time. Interesting. Honoring the time. So yesterday I received a WhatsApp message from a new friend. Well, not so new friend, it's a retreat friend from last year. Is that the time can heal? I replied, time cannot heal. Inner work heal. So today I wrote down honoring the time. And now I feel into honoring the time that we have on earth. To embody the divine self that we are. That is honoring the time. A lot of people A lot of us and people, everyone, fear of less time. Time is ticking off. So honoring the time, however you feel it as now, like me for now, or like contemplate yourself, like how do you honor your time? Of course, when we honor our time, we honor our body concurrently. Is this self-love, abandoned body? Mm. Another thing that I wrote this morning is I saw a message from Substack, and I don't think that I agree on what the comment is. I did not comment back, but I wrote as I opened up as the diary journal. This, this man, he said that we must seek healthy relationship for a peace of mind. Healthy relationships are not about never making mistakes. They are taking responsibility when you do. The difference between shallow and deep relationship is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of accountability, humility, and the courage to your own action. So I wrote this just on my 1 pages of my journal today. So if we are seeking healthy relationship, you will not be on the earth because you are here to create. You are not here to follow some sort of roadmap. There's no roadmap. There's mountain. There's waterfall. There's the mud. There's the pond. So we create that. We create that through us, with others. Mm. I think that is my message now. It looks like finishing up, but nothing else. Mm. Thank you for this is a deep connection, heart connection. I feel honoring is always a very deep one in my heart. So, do you have anything else to add, Kyle?
Nope. Just a big thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Mm.
Now I honor you now.
Say the same thing. I honor you as well. I've honor you too. Mm. That's okay. Bye for
Such a
now. I
beautiful
see you
connection.
next time.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.